Well, good morning and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now, I think I've finished now with the coconut husks, and this is the first batch I'm going to use on repotting the Cattleyas. And we'll just put the TDS in to see what it is, because I'm not going to do any more to it. Put it on a hold. And there we are, 4 TDS, which is absolutely wonderful. I was trying to get it down to 5 or less, and we've got 4, so that'll do nice. So what I'll do now, I'll empty all this out and start potting up the Cattleyas. But first I'll add some Epsom salts into here, and I'll leave it for till this afternoon, and then I'll start potting up. So we'll add some Epsom salts, not a lot. I mean, the Cattleyas don't get a lot of fertiliser in the wild, so that should do. Get all that soaked in, and then, as I said before, I'll use it this afternoon. Well, it's 2 or 3 hours since I was in here putting the Epsom salts in, so we'll see what the TDS is now. I'm hoping it's round about 100, something like that. And what have we got? 119, so that's fine. So I'll empty this now, and we'll begin to have a look at the Cattleyas. They've not been doing very well, but there's 1 or 2 signs that there's got new growth on them, so those are the ones I'll do. Well, this is the first one I'm going to do. As you can see, they're not all in the best of health, but this is putting up a little new growth there. So hopefully we can save that, and what I'll do, I'll take them out of the pot. I'll give them all a nice spray and a rub with the toothbrush to get rid of any scale or mealybug, and then we'll pot it up. Right, we'll take it out of its pot. This looks almost rootless. Oh, there's a label here to tell me what it is. It's an RLC Liu Hope Chang Mary Cross Mount Hood. So we'll save that, and then we'll get rid of this this bark here. We don't want to mix this up with the coconut husk. Now we've still got one of these pots that I made all these big holes in, so that's fine for the Cattleyas. Right, we'll spray this and give it a good rub with a toothbrush. We'll give this a spray with a bug spray. Make sure we get everywhere. And then we'll rub all the nooks and crannies with this toothbrush, just to make sure everything gets covered. It doesn't look like there's any problem with mealybug or scale on this. It's just been neglect, that's all. But we'll see what we can do with it. Oh, there's a bit of mealybug down there. Well, that's soon got rid of, and a bit down there. So that's all gone. Fortunately, there's nothing on the underside of the leaves. Most of the roots are dead. I think they're all dead. But that's growing, so there should be some new root growth coming from there. So these these on this side are absolutely no good whatsoever, so they might as well come off. Just a little bit more. Then we should be okay. Yeah, that's not so bad. So I'll pack round them with a bit of the smaller husks, so I can pick them out. It's a tedious job this, doing little bits, you know, instead of filling it full of bark and giving it a good patting to make sure everything's full. But I think with the husks, I just want to make sure that all the rootstock is touching the husks, and then I think we should be alright. Inside it's a dead one, so that doesn't matter. Just press it down a little bit. The clicking you can hear is water dripping. Pretty steady now, but we'll just carry on a little bit more. Make sure it's nice and firm in the pot, and that'll be the first one done. Yeah, that's nice and steady, so we'll put the label back in. Carry on with the next one. 1, 2, 3. Well, here's the next one. This is going to be a little difficult because you can see the roots there, and there is a little bit of coconut husk in there. So what we'll do, we'll try and get it out. I don't know if we can succeed or not, but there's a lot of dead roots, some good live roots, plenty of new growth on the roots there. So what do I do with this? Do I try and empty out of here, or do I take it completely out of its pot and ruin some of the roots? I'm not quite sure, but I do know that Cattleyas do like the roots to be trimmed every year because they grow new roots every year. So we'll turn this upside down and see what happens. Some bark come out, but it looks like it's getting pretty loose. Well, that was a bit of a struggle getting out of its pot. I've had to cut a few of the roots off, and you can see there's a lot of dead roots on at this side. And there's a new growth somewhere. Where are we? There we are, with the new roots growing. So that's the main thing I will concentrate on now. But I'll come back to you when I've trimmed all this off, and we'll see what we've got. And you can see there that the few husks that were in there, the large pieces, the roots are sticking to it nicely. In fact, in some places the roots have grown straight through it. That was a bit of a struggle. Got it out of its pot, started trimming off the dead roots, and it came apart. It was only held together by the roots. And this one, there's a bit of new root growth on it, and it looks like there might be the start of a nubbins down there. But that's about all there is I can show on this, apart from, you know, 1 or 2 decent roots, so we'll hope that does okay. And I'll pop them up separately. This one is a much smaller plant with some nice roots growing there from this nice Look at, where are we? There are the roots, and there's the new growth for this this year. So hopefully that about towards the end of the year will be very, very nice. I've sprayed them all, I've rubbed them all with the toothbrush, and now they're ready for repotting. Well, I've put some coconut husks in the bottom here, and this is one of the plants that split from the other one with the new roots on, so I'll just rest it there. I've got to make sure that, as I said before, the rhizome is above where I'm putting the bark, the husks. Bit tricky this with one hand holding it in place because there's no long roots on it to pack down. So I've got to be careful that I don't break any of these new roots, otherwise I could be in trouble. So we'll just do it one by one, leave some nice gaps so there's plenty of air. Just do it bit by bit, and always be careful of the new roots because they will break very, very easily. Anyhow, I'll switch off and come back when it's done because it's going to take me some time this, and I'm sure you'll get bored watching it. Just make sure it doesn't fall over before I leave it. There we are. So I'll come back to that when it's finished. Well, I've got them both potted up now, and hopefully they'll be alright. Just lost the name of this, but it's one with the, what's it called? I forget. But it's one with beautiful, beautiful big sort of dark red blooms on them. Absolutely beautiful. Now they're sitting up well, and it's been put in so the new growth can grow straight up, because they do get a bit straggly, these Cattleyas, and mine are no different than anybody else's. So that's about all I'm going to do to these two. So we'll leave it at that and carry on with the others. Well, I don't think I'll do any more today. I mean, they're all much of a muchness now. I think I've 3 of these needs doing, but the one I really want to do is the King of Taiwan. And here it is in a big pot. This has been a most beautiful plant. I've had it years, and in fact I've neglected it since having it in the house. You know, it hasn't been getting the light it wants, it's been getting a lot of heat, and occasionally I've missed watering for various reasons. But this one I will do tomorrow. That's going to take me quite some time, I think. So thank you very much for watching. I hope it hasn't been too boring for you. I hope somebody's learnt a little bit from it in some ways. But thanks again for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.